everybody. Peace. Welcome to another episode. And today I'm going to be talking about justice.
From beautiful seas to flourishing legacies.
Justice is a big word. So many people are talking about it, especially with what is happening in the world today. Now, the justice that I'm talking about is more interrelationship based, and it's more to do with the people that we know. Maybe you feel like you have been wronged, but I'm talking to the person who has been hurt by someone else, who has been lashed out by someone else, who may have hurt someone else as well, but it's something that is more personal. Now, when we talk about justice, justice is something that so many people have a different opinion on. I remember listening to someone talking about justice when it comes to, for example, the narcissist, and they said that the sad truth is that there will not be justice. Most people don't get justice when it comes to someone who is as toxic as a narcissist. So we just kind of like hope for a better result, and we hope for something better. But I actually disagree with that. I disagree with that respectfully. When it comes to justice, especially when it comes to justice in Islam, there is this belief that we have something called a light within us. It is called the fitrah. It is literally the nature of the soul of humankind, right? And that fitrah is something that is so pure, it is so full of light, full of goodness, and that fitrah is actually something that calls to justice. It calls to compassion. It calls to something greater than us. It calls to the purity, right? It's the natural state that we would have been if we had not been raised by anyone. It is just the natural state of us, right? So what happens is over time this fitrah is covered, and justice is something that just really stands out. And you might find, especially if you have had someone who has treated you unjustly in the past, that you're drawn to things. You might like watching certain movies about court dramas. You might like watching certain movies or reading books, and really any story, right? Any story, every story, and this is my writer self coming out, every single story has to have two main parts to it. It has to, of course, have the storyline, but first it has to have the protagonist, and then it has to have the antagonist, the one who goes opposite the protagonist, right? Kind of like the bane of existence kind of thing. So what happens is the stories are so gripping for us because we have this natural state within us that intuitively wants to see the fight between good and evil, and intuitively wants the good to outrank the evil, which most of the time, if it's a really good story, it's a really satisfying ending, that's exactly what happens. The good overcomes the evil. However, in real life, when we have been hurt over and over again, this doesn't always seem like an obvious thing. So I want to talk about it from an Islamic perspective. And in Islam, we believe as Muslims that justice will always, always, always happen. If it does not happen in this world, then it will definitely happen in the world after, on the day of judgment. And the day of judgment, we believe, is a day that lasts 50,000 years. A day is no night, it's just pure day. And that is a day when all the deeds will be brought to light, the good and the bad. So if you are a person who feels like someone has done injustice against you, and you are a person who is on the side of good, I mean, no one is perfect, but we're trying to be our best version. We're trying to be better people. We're trying to choose to do the right thing, and we've been hurt many times, then the good will be on your side. If not in this life, then always, if you cannot see it, should I say, in this life, because there's so many workings that are happening that we have no idea about, it will definitely be shown to you on the day of judgment, the day that the oppressed will testify against the oppressor. And if that was something that was not important, then it would not have been mentioned in the narrations and in the knowledge of Islam. But it has been mentioned because justice is something that is within every single person who has a healthy state, a nature inside of them. It's something that is natural, and it is something that is promised, and it is something that will happen, and there is hope. there is hope to move forward, that even if the person who seems like they are thriving without you, seems like as if they are healthy, that they are working this amazing job, they've got a new car and doing all this stuff, is doing absolutely amazing, if they don't take accountability, of course, and there is still this wrong that happened to you and there's nothing that has seemingly been done about it, you will have your justice. You will have your justice. And one of the laws of our Creator, one of the laws of Allah, is that the truth will always be exposed, even if the lie has been happening for the longest time, even if the lie has been happening for hundreds of years, 80 years, 90 years. I think you know what I'm talking about, especially in today's climate with what's happening. The truth will always be exposed because it is a law of our Creator, and justice will always happen. I hope that you find solace in this video, and I do have a free downloadable for you. It is from my book, The Woke Writer, which is all about letting go. The chapter is all about letting go. The book is all about inspiration and how to use it in a way that you can create a beautiful masterpiece. And I also have a free course for you, which is based on the book, 14 lessons, and it is all free. So all the information is underneath this video. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everyone. Peace.